Okay, welcome here once again. This is Blessed FX Academy, where we make Forex simple and profitable. As you already know, today is the third day or the third lesson for our free 5-day Forex class. So today we're looking at Forex, brokers, account types, and how to open an account. So if you have any confusion whatsoever, I'm sure you will reach out to me on this number bottom right of your screen. Send me a message on WhatsApp and I'll reply as fast as possible. You can also check out our website if you have any question and also contact us. So let's go on to look at forex brokers, the account types, and how to open an account. So after this video, there will be another video that will then show you how to open both demo accounts and live accounts, and even how to fund it, okay, and also how to withdraw. I hope that's clear enough. So let's forge ahead. So the first step in choosing a forex broker is finding out what your choices are. You understand? Since you don't just walk to a restaurant and you don't just order anything. Of course, you don't just go there and expect them to know what you want. Okay, you have to understand what your choices are in the broker. You understand? And then I'll try to make this as fast as possible, so I don't give you so many options. If I do that, you might end up confused. So I'll tell you what is the best and what is available. I'm not the type of trader or trainer who will tell you go and get only this broker. Go and get only this broker. No, I'll tell you that you have options and I'll let you choose. You understand? What I advise to my students is the same thing I'll tell you. Make sure you practice on the demo with the same broker. Also with the amount you want to trade on your live account. That way you'll be able to understand it faster, okay? So if you create the account detail, if you create your trading account on the broker's website, not on MT4 now, if you create on the broker's website, you can choose the capital you want, you understand? As low as $100, you can choose that and then practice it on demo, you understand? But if you go and create the demo account on MT4, the minimum you can select is $3,000. So I hope you see the difference and why it is important you create it from your broker's account. So there are two main types of forex brokers: the dealing desk, we also call them market makers, and the no dealing desks. Okay, so the dealing desk and the no dealing desk. So the no dealing desk can be further subdivided into straight through processing and ECN plus STP. So I'll be calling it ECN and STP to make it easy. So what is dealing desk? So dealing desk, there are brokers that make money through spreads and providing liquidity to their clients. I don't want to bore you with all these terminologies, but I'm sure you understand spread by now, okay? When the difference is high, the difference between the bid and ask, once it's high, the spread will be high, okay? And that's where most all these dealing desk brokers, they make money. Do you understand? And often they will not really give you a direct access to the market. You understand? It will be as if they are pitching against you for these dealing desk brokers, okay? It's not as if they can't affect the market. Don't get it wrong. They can't really affect the markets. You understand? But since they have spread, which is different from that of the market, you understand? That means they must have, altered the price a little bit. Do you understand? I'll give you an example. Let's consider Euro USD. Two dealing desks. One might say 11051 and 11061. Okay, that is 1.1. So we can say that the spread here would be what? 10. At the same time, another dealing desk broker might be 1.1050. 1.1062. Here the spread will be 12. Do you understand? So it is at the same time, it is obvious they are saying this, they've altered the price a little bit. You understand? It does not mean they change the market, but that's why they call them market makers. You understand? Because they determine their spread, and of course they will have huge spread. So that's the problem with dealing desk. Okay. So the no dealing desk, the advantage they provide is they give you direct access. Okay, they don't have a dealing desk. You understand, from the word, they don't have a dealing desk to change anything or to pitch against you, to trade against you, or to take a side. Do you understand? So they give you direct access. They do not take any side. So that there is usually the low dealing desk that come with very, very low spread, like light finance. Okay, so I'm sure you've heard me talk about light finance a lot. So you can now see that they will give you direct access to the market. That is basically what the no dealing desk, ECNs, that's what the ECN brokers do. So they can be divided into STP and STP plus ECN. So now some brokers claim they are two ECN brokers, whereas they are just straight through processing systems. Yes, they just give you direct access. You understand? The ECN, on the other hand, why they allow you to participate, okay, they allow the brokers, they allow the traders participate against each other in the market. They don't really interfere. They just provide the system and they let it go. You understand? Offering the best possible bid and ask price. That's the best possible spread. You understand? So that's just basically, so they allow you to see the depth of the market, where you get the real price range, okay, where you get a real price level, which is why the ECN, they have very, very, very low spread. So some examples of two ECN brokers who have IC market, who have light finance, that I advise you use ECN brokers, okay. Now, some brokers can have the both. They can have the both, the two type of accounts, but they will be known for one, okay. Most brokers are known as dealing desk, you understand? Most of them are known as dealing desk. Okay, so in these examples, I will not mention all the brokers in the world. I can't do that. Okay, I'll mention some of the brokers, and I believe you. Whichever one you want to ask me if it's good, you can ask me on WhatsApp, and I will reply you. Okay, and I'll even show you some how to like check their rules. You can actually check Google to check if they are regulated. You understand? But every broker I'm mentioning here. Okay, so every broker which I am showing you, I have used them at some point in time. Okay, so and so 6 things to consider when choosing a broker. We say some of these things include security or regulation. You understand? Make sure they are regulated. Make sure it is secured. You understand? Like the ones I recommended that they've been used. I recommend IC Market and Light Finance. You understand? So I've used them and I still use them. Okay, and they are like the best, which I recommend. Okay, and I'm sure about their security, their payments, how they relate with customer, their customer service, and all those things. I know a lot about them and I can trust them. Do you understand? So now transaction cost, make sure you check their transaction cost. Like in Light Finance, you can, or Light Finance, you can withdraw and deposit without any charge. You understand? Depending on the method, of course, but most of the time without any charge. Check their deposit or withdrawal. IC Market can take up to 3 working days to pay. Light Finance can also take that long if you use maybe your bank card. But if you use local deposit and local withdrawal, that is withdrawal straight to your bank account without involving any ATM card or PayPal or anything. Light Finance can pay you in less than 24 hours. In fact, in 2-3 hours, you can see the money in your account. So make sure you check that aspect. It's very important. So trading platform. There is MT4 trading platform, there's MT5, there are other trading platforms. So MT4 is like the most common, you understand? So make sure the broker is also available there. You have to consider this. So execution, how fast do they execute? You can confirm it from their demo execution. Now, their customer service, you can decide to chat them. If you are Light Finance, you can contact them on the website very fast, or WhatsApp. I can give you their WhatsApp number and the likes, okay? So, and they should allocate an account manager to you to make it easy for you to work with them. So these are the things you make sure you consider. And examples of ECN brokers, MIC Market, Light Finance, Pepperstone. I don't think Pepperstone still accepts Nigerians. Okay, Fort FS, that's another wonderful one. Admiral Markets. So you don't even need more than one broker, but you can check more than one if you want. So example of dealing desk, Wanda, XM, IG Markets, FXTM, Avatrade. I think the demo account we created was on FXTM that involved creating an account and then checking what they do. Okay, and checking how it is to create a demo account on MT4. I think that was why we used FXT. Okay, but let's go on. So you can also create a demo account on the broker's website. There's a video for that, which I believe you will see after this one. So types of Forex account. So having a Forex account is, you don't just create any Forex account. You need to understand the type. You understand? Normally, if you don't choose when creating, then you must have chosen a standard account, which is what most traders know. Most traders don't know that there are other types of accounts. You understand? Usually, you can use standard account, but in a situation where you have very little money, you can go for a mini account. I don't advise micro account, is very, very small. Now, ECN account are just accounts with very low spreads. So it can be standard, it can be mini, it can be micro. I think micro accounts are the same to cent accounts. So let's look at their differences. Standard account is, in a standard account, we are assuming you place the trade with 1.0 lot size. I'm sure we've talked about lot size. Very soon we'll be placing trade. 1.0 lot size. If it is a standard account, you understand, one pip movement will be equal to $10. You understand? So that means if you place a buy here, the trade moves up here, and then you made 10 pips. If it's 1.0 lot size on a standard account, you've made $100. The same thing will happen if you lose anyways. If it comes down 10 pips, you've lost minus $100. Okay? That is in a standard account. With 1.0 lot size, you have to, because when placing a trade, you choose lot size. I'll show you this in the practical section. I just need you to understand a lot. So I think, in fact, the practical has started already, because after this one, you create accounts. Okay? You create accounts and understand how MT4 works, how to edit it and the like. So ensure you watch the video after this one. So mini account is one pip movement is equal to $1 increase or decrease. Do you understand? So you know in standard accounts, one pip is $10. In mini account, one pip is $1. So that means if you make 10 pips instead of $100 as in standard account, you make $10 in mini account. So you can see it is not increasing so much and it's not decreasing so much. Do you understand? Which is why it is ideal if you have a small capital. And let's say your capital is less than $50, you might not want to be looking at a standard account. Okay, a mini account will do the job for you. In fact, even with $100, some persons use mini accounts. So micro accounts is the next one. So with micro accounts, one pip movement is equal to $0.1. That is 10 cents. So that means if you make 10 pips, instead of making $1 as a mini account, here you are going to make, instead of making $10 as a mini account, here you make $1. So that means 100 pips will be $10. Okay, so that's just like, remember it's a 1.0 lot size. So that's just like their distinction. Do you understand? So opening a live account. Now, like I said, there's a video after this that shows you demo account opening, live account creating, and linking it to MT4 and getting ready to place trades. You understand? So opening a live account. Now, I recommend Light Finance because although there are good brokers out there, but Light Finance I recommend because it can pay you even without verifying, doing your KYC, your if you don't have documents, you can do local transfer from your bank and also pay you through local transfer. Do you understand? They will not allow you to use ATM and PayPal and the likes if you have not verified. And that's because they want to be sure you are from the country you claim you are from. And since you don't have, let's say, driver's license, ID card, NIN, if you don't have all those things, you can make use of local transfer, because if you are from Nigeria, and that is where they will know from the bank. Yes, you understand, from the bank, they'll be able to tell and the likes. So I saw because there are persons who are like, oh, I need broker for that will accept little phone that is trusted and will pay without verification. That is when Light Finance came in. Okay, I submit to Light Finance and they have all these things. Euro USD goes as low as $0, and it's not just Euro USD. There are other brokers, other pairs as well that go that low. So in fact, you can use as low as $10 for your live account. That is 5,600 at the time of making this video. Now I think it's 5.5 at the time of making this video. But I've increased one less to watch, but that's it. Okay, and their withdrawal too is almost the same thing. 5.4, 550 per dollar to deposit, 540 to withdraw. You understand? In fact, some brokers will give you up to 15 naira difference, which is bad. You understand? But 10 naira difference is okay, very, very okay. If you're not a Nigerian, you can still register. I'm just giving this example since I'm a Nigerian and I. So generally they are cool and you can use them if you have no broker or you want a better broker. You understand? I've not seen a better broker to recommend. I've also seen the IC markets, but IC market the minimum is $200. So if you have that, you can also check out IC market. But Light Finance is the number one that we are making use of. So now this is an example of spread on Light Finance. Okay, this is what a spread on Light Finance looks like. You can see GBP USD, Euro USD 0, USD JPY 0, USD CAD 1. You understand? And when the market is very volatile, the spread goes very low. You understand? It goes lower. Okay. So with this, you are covered. You understand? So, and if you are withdrawing and depositing, is 0% charge. They don't charge anything. You understand? So that is it. And if you have any question, ensure you send me a message on WhatsApp and watch the next video, create your demo account, create your live account, and get ready to play some trades.